loves, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be going from this to this. I will be showing you guys how I achieved this look. This is the butterfly locks tutorial, so stay tuned and keep on watching. So to achieve this hairstyle, I will not be removing the knotless braids, so I just washed my scalp and dried my hair with this Dyson dupe that I got from Amazon. It has 2 nozzles and a curly diffuser. And I'll also be using my bonnet hooded dryer. I'm going to be attaching these 2 items together and stay under the dryer for about 30 to 45 minutes until my scalp is completely dry. Oh, and before I forget, both these items will be linked in the description bar below in my Amazon storefront. Once my hair is fully dry, I'll divide my hair into 4 sections and I'll be oiling my scalp. The oils that I'll be using is the As I Am Jamaican Black Castor Oil, and I'll be using the Eden Body Works Peppermint Tea Tree Oil and massaging it through my scalp thoroughly. After that, I'll be using a crochet hook and edge brush and a 24-hour edge tamer. For hair, I'll be using the Harlem 125 Kima Braid Pre-Fluff Pre-Stretch Hair in the color T1B30. I'll also be using the Janet Water Wave 24-inch braiding hair in the color 30. And to seal, I'll be using the Kiss Maximum Speed Nail Glue. This glue is optional. So I already started on some of the dreads just so I can have a set idea on how to explain it and just to see how it looks like, just to see what works best. I want to show you guys how long my knotless braids are, and I don't want them to be that length, so I measured the dreads that I already did and then took the rest of my knotless braids and cut that in half. After that, I take my edge tamer so I can slick down the roots from the new growth that I already had from the knotless braids, and just slick it down so I can begin the process. So for the first half of this video, I will be working very slowly just to explain every step to you guys. Then after that, I will speed through it, so and just basically let you guys watch how I achieve the look. But first, I'm gonna take the water wave hair and divide it in half, twist, and lock it into my crochet hook. I will be adding the crochet hook into the root that I just slicked down, and then hook the braid, not the braid, hook the hair onto the hook, and just slid one side of the hair onto the other side of the knotless braid, as you can see. After that, I'm gonna take the other hair and do the same exact thing. I also forgot to mention, you have to take 2 of the water wave hair and 1 of the regular fluffy hair. I forgot to mention that. So you can have 2 water wave on one side, 2 on the other side, and 1 fluffy hair on one side and 1 on the other side. Forgot to mention that detail. So a suggestion to avoid sliding both of the hair onto the other side and having to do the process all over again, grab onto both of the hair and kind of slide one through, and you'll actually feel like when one is being slid more, like one is higher than the other, you'll actually feel it. So to avoid like sliding both of them through the hole and then having to do the process again, just a suggestion. So next, you're going to be grabbing the 2 water wave hair, and you're going to basically fluff the hair out so you can begin wrapping that hair onto the rest of the hair. So when wrapping, you're going to wrap the roots first. You can go counterclockwise or clockwise, it doesn't really matter. But to secure the roots onto the hair, you're gonna twist the same area about maybe like 3 times, maybe 4. Here I did too much, and I don't suggest that you do that because then they're too tight and then they're gonna hurt. I'm gonna explain that also towards the end of the video. They were too tight, so I suggest that you twist in the same area a couple of times, 2 or 3. You'll feel it when it's too tight, and then after the root is secure, you're gonna wrap the hair loosely throughout covering the rest of the hair. And because you're wrapping it loosely, you'll start to see the little pop of butterfly hair stick out because you're wrapping it loosely. After that, you're gonna take the other two wave hair, and you're also gonna fluff those out as well, like so. And you're going to also wrap that hair all the way through. After that hair is done, you're going to grab the more fluffy hair and do the same exact thing until you reach the very end of the braid. Over here, I folded the hair in half because I realized I wanted it to be shorter. You can either fold it, or you can leave it the way it is, or you can just cut the whatever's left and just, like I said, leave it the way it is. But I grab the more fluffy hair and I wrap it around, and you see how there's more hair left over. You just take the remaining and start wrapping upward until the hair is completely done. After that, you're going to rub your hands together, and usually the hair gets secure that way. If it does not, then that's when you'll use the glue. So I'm going to repeat this one more time for the people in the back, okay? So like I said, I take the edge tamer and I slick my hair down, get the crochet hook and pin it through the hole. Take the water wave hair first and hook it onto the crochet hook and pull it through. Then I take one side of the hair and pull it all the way to the other side, and I do the same with the fluffy hair. So by the end of this step, you should have 2 of the water wave hair on one side and 2 on the other side, and you should also have 2 of the fluffy hair on one side and 2 on the other side. You're going to take the 2 of the water wave hair and fluff it out so you can begin wrapping that hair onto the remaining of the hair and securing the root first. So like how I explained earlier, I suggest you do not wrap your roots as much as I did, because I regretted it towards the end. It was way too tight and I had to loosen it afterwards. So I suggest you wrap your hair about 3, maybe 4 times. Feel it to see how secure you like it, how tight you like it. And if you like the way it feels, then you begin to wrap your hair loosely onto the remaining of the hair. And like I said, as you're twisting, I keep saying twist, as you're wrapping your hair around, little pops of the hair starts to stick out. I guess that's why they name it butterfly, because it looks like a little butterfly. And that's what gives it that look. So you're going to take the other 2 water wave hair and do the same exact thing. Wrap it around until the rest of the hair is finished. Then you're going to take the more fluffier hair, stretch it out a little bit, and do the same thing until you reach the very bottom. I take the braid and fold it in half just to give it the same thickness as I'm wrapping it around, and also to give it that short length that I wanted, and just start wrapping the more fluffier hair around the remaining of the hair. And then whatever's left over, I'll start to wrap upward until it's finished, and then I rub my 2 hands together to secure the braid, or the locks rather. So for the remaining of the video, I'll just be speeding through. Just enjoy and watch as I finish and achieve this look. Make sure to stay tuned towards the end of the video where I explain the final products that I used after I'm done achieving the butterfly distress locks. Hey you guys, so it's been a couple days later after I finished my butterfly locks, and these are the results. So it took me about a day and a half, only because I would stop and then I would start again, then I would start doing something else. But I'm pretty sure if I would have kept going consistently, it probably would have took about maybe 3 hours, maybe 4. I'm definitely gonna try it again just and do it like all the way just to see how long it would really take me. One thing that I do regret that I feel like I should mention is the amount of times I twisted on the root. I feel like I should have did it a little more looser and just be a little more gentle when it comes to the roots. I don't think it's necessary to make it as tight as I did. Right now they hurt a little bit, so I'm gently like tugging and trying to loosen it up so it doesn't hurt so much. Even like this, it hurts. So that's one suggestion that I would like to mention, because you don't want to have too much tension in your roots anyway. You can see, you cannot see the knotless braids underneath. I think that's why it's also, the time can be cut in half because your hair is already braided. And yeah, like this is the end results. I love them. Like, I'm just like, yes. After I was finished, I used this mousse here. This is the Herbal Essence Totally Twist Curl Boosting Mousse. You don't have to use this mousse specifically, but I use this one. It smells really good. And yeah, and then I, you know, did my baby hairs and styled it to my liking. I'm only gonna have this hairstyle for like 2 weeks, but you don't have to do that. You can have this hairstyle for about a month, maybe 2, depending on how you take care of it. I'm going on vacation in a few weeks, and you know, this is not the hairstyle that I would want to go on vacation with, but this is also a hairstyle that you can go on vacation with if you choose to. I strongly suggest that you try butterfly locks or distress locks, however you want to call them. It's very forgiving, so it's definitely a beginner friendly type of hairstyle. There's no necessary technique in regards to doing it. You just twist, and however it falls is however it falls. I would say maybe like towards the end of your hair, how you want to close it, how you want to seal it, either like the rubbing method or with the glue, however you want to do it. I did both. I did the rubbing method and I also used the glue, so whichever one you see fit you can use. I love this. Definitely something that I will try again very, very soon. I know the mistakes that I did, and I will keep that in mind for the next time. I also did not do them all the same length. That was not on purpose, but it works, so I'm not mad at it. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys like this hairstyle. I hope you guys found this video very, very helpful. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to join the family. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Later, loves.